get started early and not let up. Looks like we have our players taking their positions now, at least for Bridgewater. Still in the huddle is Mary Washington. Looking to get started here. It's a great day out here. Could not be better. Fall in Virginia is wonderful. Both of these squads from Virginia. After some travel for both squads, Mary Washington gets a road game in Virginia. Looks like we're about ready. Mary Washington is awarded the ball first, and they immediately look to launch downfield. Still rolling down there, and that is out of bounds. So pass got two out in front of Mary Washington, and Bridgewater will look to get things started on offense here. This is Lockhart in the goal. Allowed her only 2 goals of the season, both on Saturday. Had been perfect up until then. Allowed 2 to get by her against Dickinson. Ball is still being fought for and will be taken back away by Mary Washington. That was Dolan with it, who passed it off to Bowserman on the far end of the field. Now that's going to be Garza, who's going to look to take it away, and she will. Pass back around now on the defensive line. Cross field, that's going to be Harris with it. Looks the way of Narby. That's where she will go. Good redirection by Narby to keep this one alive for Bridgewater. Back to King. Catherine King comes into the game today as Bridgewater's leading goal scorer at 2 on the season. She also leads in assists. In points. She leads in points. Has 1 assist on the year as Bridgewater is still working on trying to get this ball cleared. They're in the far end of the field now. Still working to get something happening on offense here. Not able to do so then. Ball shot back towards Bridgewater's back line. King's going to have it once again in the middle. And back to the far side of the field, redirected by Emma McMullen. Senior out of Charlottesville for Mary Washington. Ball's still down there, nothing going yet. Mary Washington's keeping the pressure on and draws an extra defender. And now they got an offensive push going now. They settle off, passes it back. This will be Shrine with it now. Looks the way. And that one will be out of bounds off of Cassidy Shaw, senior from Norfolk, Virginia. And let's see if Bridgewater's going to be able to get this one cleared. Weren't able to do so on the last possession. Both of these squads are off to great starts. This is Mary Washington's best start since 2014, and this is Bridgewater's second 3-1 start since 2017. So what happens to Bridgewater mainly is they schedule a pretty tough out-of-conference schedule, have a rough start, then typically are able to work back through the ODAC schedule. But they're off to a hot start this year in out-of-conference play, as now they're back on defense, and that one we shot out of there. Ooh, and off the body of Shrine. Keeps possession, though, and that one shot is, ooh, they got a quick shot there. They're looking to score early. As I said, that one hit the top bar and redirected up, so that was closer than the Bridgewater squad might have think. So they're going to look to get this one out of there again. Last time turned up almost costly. Lockhart will take a couple steps back, then back up. Will launch downfield the way of Narby, who that's going to be over her head. And redirected back. Harris is tracking now. She flips it up. King will do the same. And Bowserman will look, and she will pass it off here. So not able to get anything going once again for Bridgewater. That's going to be Berkeley with it. Looks the way of Dolan. And Narby's going to take it away. Pushing inside now, and that's going to be off the back of Bowserman, who will push it back down towards Mary Washington's side. Moving downfield now is Royster. Royster also enters the game with plenty of stats. Leads Mary Washington with 4 goals this year, as this shot is going to be push towards the middle. Now back inside. Beelan's going to try to work around with it, and that ball will be launched down and out of bounds. So Bridgewater's facing some pressure here early. Royster also leads in points with 8 points, leads in goals and points shots too. She has 16 shots on the year and 4 goals. She's going to look to get started early. And this one's going to be taken away by Bridgewater. Probably best look they've had in a while to get this ball cleared. Narby's going to backpedal towards it, and she will look to work around with it. Good footwork there, and she will kick it up. And just too far out in front of Sophia Phillips, and that's a turnover. Ball's thrown in off the head of Royster, and she will collect it once again. Matched up against Harris, significantly taller than Harris. And ball's going to be thrown back up. Berkeley's tracking towards it now. Good pressure by Berkeley, and that's going to be booted back by Emily Orn. Ball's off the head that time of Shaw. And now pushing downfield is Macy Lendl, working around a couple of defenders, and she's going to get a shot up, and that one will be collected by Lockhart. So a save there, but you can definitely tell Mary Washington is flexing some offensive muscle early in this one. Ball is shot up in the air the way of Narby. She backed off of it, and that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. A good play by Narby to keep that one on this side. Harris is going to throw this one in. I believe that's Phillips. Back to Harris. Ball redirected, and Lindell is there to work back with it on offense. So good defense back to see if they can get a good offensive possession going for Mary Washington. Ball is launched downfield. King is there over the head, and Beanland will take it and collect it. Shot the way of Narby. They've done a good job limiting Narby so far in this one. She's had a couple of chances to work the ball downfield. Has been shut down. This ball is passed off to Orn and shot back immediately downfield. King is there. Ball still on Bridgewater's side of the field. Back down to Garza's side. Now Narby will track to it, and she will look to reset now. She's working downfield, pushes away from a defender, still working downfield. Tries to keep the ball from going out of bounds. Oh, a good move there, and then out of bounds. So good push there from Narby to try to set up something offensively for the Eagles. Sure to get a throw in here. As we await to get in position, we will get a throw in back towards the goal, out in front of the goal now. Looks to head in and just goes the other way. That's going to be a shot and just wide. So Bridgewater pushing back just a little bit. Mary Washington got some shots off. Bridgewater says we're going to do exactly the same thing. So a few minutes into this one, score remains 0-0 as we're going to get a goal kick from Orn. Orn's been great defensively all year again. Just allowed 1 goal so far this season, which was in their 3rd game of the season at Southern Virginia. Orn's once again going to launch this one downfield, and this ball was going to be in the middle and fought for, whiffed on by Bowserman, and now Bridgewater pushing downfield. Works on the other side now to Garza. Good decision there as Garza will work around a couple of defenders, and that one's going to be knocked away. But King is right there, and that will be Smith with it now as she will look to pass it back inside, redirected in Narby's direction, but Narby is not quite there. And Mary Washington will look to play a little more defense to offense here. They're trying to get this ball cleared, and that one's going to go right off the foot of Dolan and out of bounds. Throw in for Harris now. Tossed into Narby. He will look to collect it and look back to Harris. Harris will then go backwards to Dempsey. First time we said Bryn Dempsey's name all day down there on the back line. And she will look. That's a good pass right there. Pushing upfield now for Bridgewater. And that one will go out of bounds. On the far end of the field now is Royster, and we're going to get a whistle. Free kick coming up for Bridgewater. Ball is up in the air. Looked in the direction of Narby off of her chest, and she will go out of bounds with it. Throw in now for Mary Washington. It's going to be passed off to Landell. And then to Dolan. And now to the far other side of the field. Royster's there with it. And that's going to be Smith who's going to come away with the ball. And she will pass upfield. This is going to be in Berkeley's direction. Had to back off a little bit to avoid an offsides call. And that will go in Bridgewater's direction. So a couple of defensive holds for Bridgewater is now turned into a couple of offensive opportunities. Got to think this game might come down to who can make the most of their opportunities and keep the momentum on their side the longest. Tossed in now and immediately redirected by Bowserman. Out of bounds. Ball is going to be thrown in and shot back up. Still in play down there on the far side of the field, backed off. That's going to be Beelan with it. Beelan will launch down towards the goal, and that will be collected by Orrin. Beelan scored once already this year, looking to maybe get another sneaky one there. Orrin says otherwise. Ball is punted up towards the midfield mark, still being fought for. Headed a couple of times. And Narby will look to come away with this one. Runs away from a defender. Marked well. Narby passes back out to the way of Harris. Narby again, intercepted. Narby back with it. Good footwork there. Hits his Harris now. Good job by Narby to get it out of jail there. Marked by two defenders and reset. Smith will have it in the middle and she will pass upfield. Once again, ball in the direction of Phillips. And now Harris comes up and will look to work the ball downfield a little bit. Passed off just in front of her. A little short. Phillips with it again. Out too far in front of King. And back to Dempsey. Dempsey will look to the far end of the field to Garza, who comes up and keeps the ball in play. And that one will find its way out of bounds. This one will be thrown in and immediately redirected out of bounds. Ball back in play now. Bridgewater still working some offensive possessions now, as they might have a look here. Phillips passes it back. Garza with it now. She looked to shoot, but instantly redirected. Now we're going to get another shot, and Orrin is right there. Saves it again. Bridgewater is really applying some pressure. Looked like for the first 5 or 7 minutes that it could have gone the other way, but they reset, and they have given a hard time to Mary Washington to get any more offensive opportunities since that point. See if Mary Washington can now make a change on that. That goes over 2 heads for Mary Washington, and that's Anna Beelan down there. She works around Royster. Royster offense specialist. Beelan on defense now, so Bridgewater's going to have to get this one cleared now. That's going to be Phelps with it. Narby's working upfield, and this one will be out of bounds. Harris tosses it in between the legs of Narby, and this one's going to be shot up, and it will land out of bounds. Harris will toss it in. Narby's there with it again. Drew an extra defender there for a second. Passed off to Dempsey. And that's going to be, good positioning there by Smith to keep that one out of trouble. Harris comes up to take it away, and she will look upfield and into the direction of Berkeley, who then will launch downfield. Downfield shot, just a little too far out in front of Narby. And Orne will collect, and we'll have another chance for Orne to launch downfield. Orne lets it bounce one time before that. It's a couple times she's done that now. Keep an eye on that. Just kind of an interesting technique. As this ball's working downfield. Oh, and good move there. The far end of the field now slide just too soon, and Bridgewater will take possession of the ball. Ball is back in play, working now offensively for the first time in a while, is Mary Washington. This is Macy Landell with it now, passes off to Royster, who's going to be tripped up. And as Phillips was there to disrupt that, Mary Washington will reset now. Narby comes up to put some pressure on, and she will, which will force a turnover. So good extra effort by Narby. Oh, but Mary Washington's going to get it right back. Reset there. That will be pinched up and a little downfield. Now working down as Phillips is going to come up. Oh, and take a shot. As we have a couple players on the ground now. It's getting a little physical out there. Ball will go out of bounds. Bridgewater will throw this one in. As Mary Washington is now working downfield with the ball, will look to cross it. Out in front of the goal now, taken away. And shot out of bounds by Smith. So Mary Washington is back on the offensive for the first time in about 10 minutes. Back in play now is Royster. Looks to center it, and this one will be tapped up and kept alive by Dolan. Dolan with it again, working around Narby now. Narby's going to push her off. And they are going to give it to Bridgewater. Narby thought so, initially ruled otherwise, but corrected. Lockhart will be past the ball, and she will pass it right back. Launching downfield now and headed out of bounds off of Natalie Anderson. Thrown into Berkeley. Berkeley has a step on her defender now, and she will look to launch downfield. And scooped up by Orne. Ball is shot up in play. Narby's there. So was her defender in Cassidy Shaw. Out to King, whose pass will be a little too slow, but Villan's going to be right there to collect it. Pass it off. Royster's there to disrupt that. Guard is going to come up to help reset. And that's out to Smith. Bridgewater backline backing up. At the Dempsey with it, will look to collect and pass back up. Draws the defender, and she will find a hole in the defense just temporarily. And Mary Washington will take that back up. Harris running back towards the ball. Passed off to Shaw. Shaw back again. And this one will be crossed and just too high over Royster, who was at the ready. This one was put back in play, though, and deflected back out of bounds. So Bridgewater is back on defense. As Royster will come out of the game. Elise McGee will take her place and instantly get some action now. She will take the ball and pass it off, and that one's going to be out of bounds. Ball is thrown in, and good box out there. See if Bridgewater can get back on offense here. Mary Washington has done a good job of holding the Bridgewater offensive push, just like Bridgewater held off Mary Washington. And now Mary Washington is back with the ball. That ball is now out of bounds. Begging for the ball is Cassidy Shaw, not going to get her way. Marion Harris will throw it in to Berkeley, who will collect it and pass it back off to Harris. Harris will look the way of Phillips, who will pass to King. King's pass is redirected. Still being messed around, and now Mary Washington will look to collect it, and they will. Now working downfield is Garza. Garza's going to have a look here. She might look to shoot, redirected in, and just saved by Orn. Out of position for a second. Made up for it and saved the ball sitting down. Wow, what a play. Bridgewater had a real chance there on a breakaway. Unable to, though. Orn is very good and very respectable in between the pipes. Let's see if she can keep it up. Now Mary Washington's going to have a chance on offense, and this one's going to be fought for. Out of position now is Lockhart, but she's going to come up and take it anyway. That was a risky business, but she shut that offensive push right down. Lockhart will launch it up. She does not let the ball bounce like her opposing goalie does. Interesting techniques to watch as King goes over the back. And the ball will go to bounds. Bridgewater will be awarded the throw-in. Mary Washington is confused. And rightfully so, as they're going to award Mary Washington the ball. Thrown in now in the direction of McGee, who came in for Royster a couple minutes ago. Back off to Dolan, who will pass it off again to Shrine. Dolan will have it again. And she will pass across field and just too high over the head of Britton temporarily. Ball will remain in play. This one is going to be launched. Still in play. Bowserman will have it now. And Garza on the far side of the field, working back towards the close side now, and that pass is too far out in front of Harris and Aubrey, not able to get there in time. Mary Washington will take over. Ball will be tossed in. Lando will get things started, immediately pass back off to Dolan. Now launching downfield. Smith is there to redirect. Off the head hard of Anderson. Keep it in play offensively now. Nobry will take it back, pass it back off to Phillips, who is there to pass it off to Smith. Now working back downfield. Garza's in there, but not quite in position. Garza back with it now. She will look behind her. That's Beanley down there on the far side. She will see what she will do. She will elect to launch downfield. That's going to be too far out in front. Anderson will pass it back to Orn, who will immediately redirect out of bounds. So Bridgewater will keep possession there. Cassidy Shaw and Katie Britton coming out of the game for Mary Washington, as the Eagles of Bridgewater look to get something going offensively. Gloria Abiasi and Sky Lahoon is in there now for Mary Washington. And I believe Lucy Larson is in the game for Bridgewater. Dempsey will have it by herself in open field, and she will pass off to Harris. Mary Washington still trying to get this ball cleared so they can go on offense. Not able to do so yet. And now it's on their side of the field that they're trying to score on, but instantly shot back up. And they're going to have to start again off the head of Anderson. Now they might have a better position now. Will be McGee with it. Took a couple of redirects. And now Harris will take the ball in open field. Narby's calling for it down there, and that's where she will look. Pass not accurate enough. Narby will get a second chance at it, though. Now she's working with the ball. Tries to work around a defender and hit out of bounds. Back in play and tripped up. And Bridgewater will be awarded a free kick. .20 minutes remaining in the opening half of play. Now Narby will get a free kick here. See what she will elect to do with it. Narby takes a couple steps back. Signal she's ready. We'll look, and that one will be too far out wide. So not much going there on the free kick for Narby. I bet she would like to have that one back. So this ball was launched downfield by Orn. No one able to come up with it yet. That's going to be out of bounds off Bridgewater. Ball is thrown in the way of McGee for Mary Washington, and they will be awarded the ball. See what they can do after stopping a Bridgewater offensive push. Momentum seems to settle down a little bit. Bridgewater had a couple looks there, not able to do anything with it though. Now Mary Washington going downfield offensively, and this one will find its way out of bounds. Goal kick here for Lockhart. Saw plenty of action early. Has settled down since. Ball is going to be launched down in play. Narby is there to redirect. And this one will go out of bounds off of Mary Washington. Bridgewater will look to get this ball cleared. Pass to Narby, who's going to stop it with her foot. Nothing going for her, and she will look the way of Dempsey, who will look to work on the other side of the field. She will launch that way. Good pass there. It's a couple great passes by Dempsey. It's a redirection there by Larson. Not going to work out. But yeah, these cross-field passes from Bryn Dempsey have been wonderful. Been very accurate. Exactly what Bridgewater has needed is now she's going to have to backpedal back on defense. And that's going to be Dempsey again. See what she will look to do with it now. And she will keep it short to King, who's going to look back the way of Smith. Smith will look. Dempsey with it again. She has Harris in front of her. She was calling for it up. Look the way of Larson. And not able to do anything with it now. Garza's going to have it on the far side of the field. Let's see what she can do with it now. Working around a couple of defenders. Passes it up. Larson's there. Garza's going to take it back. Look in the direction. Downfield shot to Narby. She's going to work around a defender. Oh, lost her footing there for a second. Still fighting for the ball. Narby's still down there. She had a good look down there. At least it looked like it. Not able to keep control of the ball. As Orne will have another goal kick. She's at the ready, and she will keep that one on the ground and launch downfield. Off the head of Harris, and now collected by Mary Washington. McGee will look for it now, and she will try to work around Harris. Pokes it out in front. Dempsey is there, as well as Landell. Bridgewater will be awarded a throw-in here. Let's see what they can do with it. And Mary Washington will be awarded a free kick. This will be Madison Bowserman. Correction, she will pass off the opportunity to Natalie Anderson. See what they can do now. Decent positioning now as we approach 15 minutes remaining in the first half. She will launch towards the goal. Good cross there. Ball's out in front. Lockhart comes out, and she will scoop it up. Good cross there off of the free kick by Anderson, but not able to take advantage of the opportunity was Mary Washington. Let's see if Bridgewater can. So a couple free kicks there in the last offensive possessions for each squad. Narby's was a misfire. That one by Anderson was pretty good, just not able to do anything with it yet. And now we're going to get another whistle. Not sure what for. Officials still working some things out there. And we are now back in play. Ball was awarded to Mary Washington. They look to launch downfield, and they will. Redirected back. Smith with it now. Will look back toward Lockhart, and she will look to launch cross field. Harris is going to be there. She's got Narby in front of her. That's where she will look to go. Wow, the speed of Amanda Dolan there made up for that. Orn will get it, and she will immediately launch downfield. King will look to recollect. Oh, good move there by King. Oh, a couple of them. Passes just too far out in front, though, and Mary Washington will be awarded another possession. We're going to get some subs coming in now. 2 subs for each squad. Laura Narby will come off, as will Madison Bowserman. Brianna Curro on for Narby. And Ellie Turner will come on for Sophia Phillips. For Bridgewater, Curro comes in, makes an immediate impact. Forces a turnover. Passes a little too far out in front, however. Larson is down there fighting for it. And now Curro will have it poked away from her, but should keep possession. So the fresh legs of Curro comes in and immediately forces a disruption. See what they can do with it offensively. Looks the way of Larson, now too far out in front of her. And Bridgewater will go back on defense. And shot back downfield. That's Garza with it now. Has a step on her defender. Launches it back out in front. Working towards the goal now. See if she can do anything with it. And, oh, good defense there. Draws an extra defender. Garza's on the ground. But she'll get right back up. 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Some good soccer being displayed so far by both squads, proving that they are worth their regional rank and their great start to the season. Ball is shot up and back in play the way of McGee. Boxed out, and good soccer there. Come up, and ball's in play, immediately out of bounds. Ball's thrown in and out of bounds again, so Mary Washington just stalling a little bit until they can get a look that they'd like to take it away. Bridgewater trying to get on the board first. And there's another redirect. And McGee will look to come away with this one. Working downfield now. Good defensive positioning. And just tripped up. Ball's trapped. And we're going to get a whistle to help get that all figured out. Mary Washington's going to get a free kick now. Decent positioning coming up. See what McGee can do here. see what they can do here. The last free kick got pretty close. McGee's going to pass off the opportunity. This one is going to be up. Lockhart is in position and comes up and jumps perfectly timed in the air and will snag that one. When she initially jumped, I wasn't sure if she was going to be able to come down with that one, but I think she settled back in. As Kerr will have it again now, pass off to Harris. Harris will look to launch downfield the way of Larson. Larson had to come up out of it a little bit, but she will be awarded the ball. Kendall Garza will come out. And Aliana Ferraria will step in for her. So 10 minutes remaining. See if Bridgewater can get anything going. Ferraria will chase after it. Thinks better of it as the ball was lost anyway. And Mary Washington will take back control. I'll tell you, these first few minutes did not look great for the Eagles. They were constantly defending. We're not the Eagles of Bridgewater. Constantly defending, not able to get the ball cleared, but they've definitely settled in and have been in decent positions over the past 25 minutes, not able to get much going. Offensively, they had a couple good looks, a free kick that might have got away from Narby, but they have definitely been on the offensive side. Lockhart's been down there when the ball's gotten away from them. One good free kick opportunity from Mary Washington during that span, but other than that, it's been good defense by both squads so far. And that's what we thought would happen coming into the game. I mean, you take out Bridgewater's fall at Dickinson over the weekend. They hadn't let a goal all year. They did let 2 in on Saturday, but before that, they were outscoring opponents with a differential of 5-0, and then fell to 5-2 once they played Dickinson. Mary Washington, on the other hand, as I mentioned, goal differential of 13-1. So some great defense has been played this season by both of these squads, and it is showing today. Under 9 minutes remaining now. Ball is going to be tossed in. Tossed in once again, and this one will be fought for. Punted up by King, and that's too far in front of Kuro. Dolan will look to toss this one in to Landell, and we're going to get a whistle, and it will go in the direction of Mary Washington. Incoming kick here from Anderson. She'll take a lot of steps up to it. Launches way downfield. And Harris is there to redirect. But back in the position and comes up. Whisker up to disrupt. And a throw in now from Dolan. Back to Dolan again. A couple good passes there. That's Emily Box with it now. She's working to cross it towards the goal. Keeps it on the ground. And Lockhart will come up to it in a hurry, face some pressure, but Bridgewater will hold on defensively once again.
If it looks like the intent is to get it there, then yeah. Even if it's like she has no plan to get it there.
Lockhart will launch it up, and it's poked back. And chance here for Mary Washington. Oh, good box out there. Oh, and kind of ripped to the ground, but Bridgewater will hold once again. So chance for a breakaway goal before Mary Washington was spoiled. And the score remains 0-0. Lockhart will keep it on the ground and launch it up. Whistle. Free kick incoming for Mary Washington now. Amanda Dolan will have it, and she will pass it back away. Cross now over the head of McGee. Lockhart will let that one roll out of bounds wisely. Let her offense try to get back in position for the final few minutes of the opening half. Score remains 0-0, but one or two good looks for each squad in this one so far. Ball is back in play, and this one will be safe from going out of bounds. Launch downfield, and Larson's chasing after it now. Did get a foot on it. Still working for our both teams, and launched downfield. So Bridgewater got out of that one by a quick launch downfield. Larson, good work to keep control of the ball for her squad there. Ball is shot up in the air, redirected, pinched. Still down there, knocked out by Mary Washington, and then they will launch downfield the way of McGee. Smith down there trying to play defense, and she will. Good stop there, try to get the feet back planted for the Bridgewater back line. Still pushing up, though, and taken away by Beelan. Beelan will look to launch. That's going to be quickly taken away. Oh, and poked out there by Turner. Ellie Turner into the game, true freshman out of Churchville, Maryland. As we're now under 4.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. Mary Washington on offense looking to break this struggle here. 0-0 is the goal. It's the score, sorry. As Mary Washington is still looking to get something going. Naomi Knight with it now. And off of the head of a Bridgewater player. And launched up. And free kick incoming for Mary Washington. Under 4 minutes now. Mary Washington has been on the offense for a little bit now. Kind of how they started the first half. As they're in good position now. And I think Anderson will look to put this one in play off a free kick. It was her who had a great look at a free kick not too long ago earlier in this half. Anderson will look to put it in play, and that's going to be scooped up without too much stress from Lockhart. Had some heat on it, but not a problem for Aaron Lockhart. Score will remain the same. See if Bridgewater can take momentum back. Mary Washington back in possession now. Landell with it, working upfield, works around Harris. All good move there. She will poke it out in front for McGee, who will look to cross it now. Knocked out of there. That's probably not what she wanted to do. As King comes up and not able to take that one away, Lockhart will have to jump up for it, and she will. Some work has to be done for Lockhart now. I'm sure she would like it the other way, but she's done a decent job down there so far in this one. Perfectly timed jumps. A lot of her saves have had to be in the air. So Mary Washington is sure making Lockhart work, but she is doing it nonetheless. Approaching 2 minutes to go now. And this ball will go to bounce back towards Mary Washington. So they definitely have the offensive momentum right now. Bridgewater's not able to get a successful clear into offense. Ball was going to be put up back in play by Mary Washington. Smith will redirect it. Now see if Bridgewater can get something going now, working between defenders and taken right back away by Mary Washington. Bridgewater just feels like needs to get out of this one. This string of offensive possessions for Mary Washington. So just get out of this one in the next minute, see if you can get a hold, and then go into halftime. But they're going to have to get out of there first. Natalie Anderson won't make it easy. Neither will McGee there. Oh, good play there as Larson's chasing after. Anderson in better position. Taller, longer strides will allow her to get to the ball faster than Larson. Still being fought for now. Now Larson's with it, and that's going to be whistle as we're now under 1 minute remaining in the opening half. See, Bridgewater can steal one at the end of the half now as we're approaching 30 seconds remaining. Decent positioning now. See what Cassie Villavan will look to do with it now. Takes a couple steps back. Time is ticking. 20 seconds remaining now. She signals she's ready. We'll launch back in play. We'll look to center, and Orrin is there. Not much of a threat. See what she will do with it. If Mary Washington will look to make a little push here. It's not looking like they will. She does look to kick downfield. We'll bounce a couple times, and that will be the end of the first half. 0-0. A couple of heavyweights in the region will show why they're two of the best defensive teams in the region, keeping it at 0-0, and not a ton of looks either. I mentioned earlier this one will be a game of opportunities and how many they would be able to take advantage of. So far, neither squad has been able to take advantage of any goal-scoring opportunities. And that's how we will go to the half. Don't go anywhere. End of this one. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everyone. 0-0 dogfight in the first half between Bridgewater and Mary Washington. Players coming back out onto the field. It's been a pretty much stalemated first half. Couple opportunities for each squad. None were capitalized on, however. And we will see if they will be able to do so in the second half. Players huddling out on both sides as we switch ends of the field. We'll get started momentarily. We'll talk about Mary Washington's season a little bit more. This is their first of 7 road games in a row. That is pretty crazy on the D3N. Bridgewater, Virginia Beach, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Arlington, Frederick, Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, Newport News, Virginia. And that is their next 7 games. So, tough road stretch coming up, but they certainly have the squad that can get it done. Bridgewater, on the other hand, is home all week. Today and Saturday, they are home, as we're looking to get things started now. And we are back in play now. Launch downfield. Headed up. And again by Narby. Berkeley's there. Berkeley's now working on a couple of defenders. We'll look to cross. And that one will be back out of bounds. Corner kick, first of the game for either squad. Coming up now. Up in the air now, working back towards the goal. Out as King looked to knock that one in with her head. Just not quite able to get high enough up there, and that one will go back out of bounds. Throw in now by Mary Washington. And that's going to be off the foot of Mary Washington again. And Bridgewater will get to throw this one in. Up out of bounds and into the crowd. So Mary Washington just trying to get back in position now. Throwing it in, Lyric Berkeley. And that one will be redirected back out of bounds. So a couple of out of bounds as Bridgewater will get another corner kick here. Hadn't had one all game. Now they're going to have 2 in just the first 2 minutes of the game. Shot up, that's going to be low, and no one's able to really come away with that one. Bridgewater will retain possession here as Harris is up. Harris looks to cross it towards the goal. Collected, and just out of position. Garza still hanging around with it. Pass back out. And back now in the way of Landell, and Mary Washington will clear for the first time this half. Working downfield, there's a Royster now. See what she can do with it. Works around a defender, rips a shot, and that one will be wide. So almost got a breakaway for Royster, who sat out for about half. For about half of the first half there. Shot back up in the air. And this is Garza with it now, who will push upfield. Orn will be there to collect it, no problem. Orn played a great first half. She had one out of position save, which kept it at 1-0, and she bounced the ball on the ground again, like she likes to do. Ball's up in the air. Royster now working downfield with it again. See what she will do with it. She looks to take it herself. Shot. and just high. Royster looking to get started here early in the second. Lockhart will look to launch her back downfield. And she will. And off of no one yet. Garza will knock it back out of bounds. Thrown in by Bridgewater. Mary Washington. Royster will try to work between a couple of defenders. Taken away. Berkeley working back with it now. Passes it to the far end of the field. That's Narby. She will shoot right to Orn. Another shot by Narby. Narby leads the team in shots this year at 10. Now make that 11. Has not found the back of the net once this year, but Coach Van Horn would love to get her going offensively and add another aspect to his offense. She's getting plenty of shots. You would think one would go in sooner than later, but we will see as Mary Washington will work down offensively. Down, crossing now, in position now, and they will score! That was Katie Britton who with a breakaway goal, and Mary Washington will draw first blood here early in the second half. That was a great cross. Lockhart was not quite expecting that. Got around a defender, and all of a sudden this is a 1-0 ball game. Mary Washington takes the first lead of the game. Looks like Lockhart was not quite ready for that one. Maybe she was and just saw it too late. But that one just got by her. Fairly routine shot. And this one's now launched in the air. And after a first half and start of the second half of it seemed like these ongoing offensive possessions for both squads, Mary Washington is able to
scored by number 9, Katie Britton.
Able to get a quick clear and then score a breakaway goal. Takes it to 1-0 and breaks the stalemate. Still a lot of time left, 40 minutes remaining. And we'll see if the strategy of either one of these teams will change as we move forward in this one. See if Mary Washington will look to go up another goal. It looks like that's what they're going to try to do right now, is Royster running around with it. And at 5'11", she is so tall and such a presence out there that she stands out, and you can understand why she leads her squad in goals. She's now with it again. But as I was saying, she did sit out for about half of the first half, comes back in, and they get a goal. She didn't score, of course, but who knows if it might have opened the field up offensively or if they were just able to capitalize on the breakaway opportunity. Thrown in by Bridgewater, who suddenly finds themselves trailing in this one. And Mary Washington will be awarded the ball. This ball will be thrown in. Royster will have it now. And she will knock that one out of bounds too far in front of the intended target. Lockhart will look to get this one back going. She's allowed 3 straight goals now without her offense scoring. Going back to last game, and Mary Washington is going to come away with the steal. Working downfield now. They have some momentum. Look to settle things down a little bit. And they will. Bridgewater will knock it back out. Berkeley's there. Oh, that almost hit someone standing on the sidelines there. Didn't, though. Bridgewater will throw it in, launching downfield. Snarby knocked out of bounds. Bridgewater will keep possession, though, and they will throw in downfield again. That's Garza down there with it, trying to work on a defender. And that ball is shot up out of bounds. Bridgewater's going to get a corner here. They would love to be able to capitalize on this one. And even this one back up. We will see if they're able to do so. Up, moving towards the goal. Off the foot of King. And that one will roll out of bounds. Anderson with the good box out there. And it should be another corner kick incoming for Bridgewater. They've now had 3 opportunities, unable to capitalize on any of them. See what they're able to do with this one. Ball is in play in front of the goal, coming in now. Ball still in front of the goal, scooped up by Orn. Orn's been everywhere today. Couple crucial saves. Preserves the lead for her Eagles. And she will look to boot this one away. Lets it bounce and launches it up into the air. Box out on King. Worked there for a second. Bridgewater will keep control of the ball. Berkeley, now shoved away by Anderson. Good play there. And I think the Mary Washington sideline wanted a handball there. Didn't get it, as we're going to get a shot. And Lockhart will be able to save that one. So, far away shot. Not working there for Mary Washington. Launched up in the air. Working downfield now, and this one ball will track out of bounds. Lockhart will look to launch downfield. And she will. Redirected up into the air. Owen lost her footing. Believe that was Phillips on the far side of the field. Thrown in now. Still on the far side of the field. Dolan's going to have it. And this ball will go out of bounds. Mary Washington still with it now on the far side of the field. And now working inside a defender was Shrine. Not much going on that one, though. And Lockhart will look to get something going for offense again. Not a ton of great offensive looks for Bridgewater in this half. They've had a few corner kicks, but not able to really get one going. They had one decent look, not able to take any real advantage of it, though. Berkeley down the field, and that one's launched out of bounds off Mary Washington. Ball will be tossed in. Nothing really going yet. Phillips will look back the way of Smith, try to refacilitate something here, and she will pass it up off the couple heads of Mary Washington and then off the head of Smith. Now working downfield is Mary Washington. This will be Landau with it. Royster is down there. See if that's where she will go. Marked by 3 defenders. is Landau, and that one will be taken away. And out of bounds. Ball is put into play and instantly goes back out of bounds. All right, we look to get back in play now. Just over 30 minutes remaining in the second half. Ball still on the ground on the far end of the field now. Crossed up towards the goal. Lockhart will have to jump, and she will collect that one. Lockhart will look to launch this one downfield, and she will. Oh, good kick there. That got some real distance. Shot back in a good direction for Bowserman. And this is Garza with it now on the near end of the field, and she was looking to launch downfield. Thought against it, and she will be shoved, lost position. Phillips with it now. Garza's going to be with it again, and she's shoved off the ball. Working is now Beelan, who lost control, had it for a second. Royster with it now, trying to push the ball upfield. And she will get it once again. Works around a defender, works on a couple of defenders. She will shoot from far away and just tipped off and saved by Lockhart. Royster looked to get something going here. Had some nifty moves around a couple of defenders and just missed the shot. Kept it on the ground instead of opting to go through the air. Ball was launched up. And Bridgewater will look to reestablish the ball in their back line now. Try to push something up. Beelan will call for the ball, and she will get it. Tries to work around a defender. Keeps the ball in bounds. Boxes out. Launches upfield and instantly redirected. Good defense there by Britton. But Beelan will be able to throw the ball in, and that one will be redirected back to her. Launching upfield now off the head of Naomi Knight. Berkeley's down there, so is Anderson, and now the ball is launched back towards the Bridgewater goal. And Bridgewater will take it right back. Harris now on the far side of the field. We're working downfield now. See what she can do with it quick. And she's out of position. She's going to have to go back. That's going to be a shot. And good defensive play by Lockhart there to shut down a quick burst of offense from Mary Washington. Disrupted the initial one, then settled back. Kept her eye upfield to make sure she knew where the ball is. And she saved it going in. Keeps this game at 1-0. Bridgewater offense needs to get going, as we're now under 30 minutes remaining. Ball is tossed in. McGee is in the game with it now. Elise McGee had came in for Royster about halfway through the first half. Now they're both sharing the field. See how that would make things different for both Eagles squads, offensive and defensive. All right, ball is in play now for Mary Washington. See what they're able to do with it. Crossing towards the goal. It's up. Lockhart's out of possession now. And, good secondary defense there by Bridgewater to make up for that one. Back towards the goal now, and that one's going to be left wide. Ball is going to be launched up in play. Under the foot of Beelan. And that one's going to be out of bounds. Lucy Larson finds herself in the game for Bridgewater. She'll let Beelan throw it in. Beelan will find Phillips down there. And that one will be quickly turned over to Royster. Royster with a flash of speed down there. And that one will be taken over by McGee, and that one will go out of bounds. Lockhart will look to launch this one away. Ball is in play when Lockhart will step up to it, and now she will. Launched up, taken away by Anderson. Shot back down the sideline, and that one will go out of bounds. That's Narby on the far end of the field who was trying to disrupt that, and I think she did. Bridgewater will be awarded the ball. 25 minutes remaining in regulation here. Launch across field. Good pass there. Beelan will collect. Work around a couple of defenders. Pass it off short. Hannah England now comes to try to track the ball. Not able to do so. Back in the middle of the field now for Mary Washington. Far end of the field now. Good speed displayed by both teams down there. And this one will roll out of bounds. Ball will be launched in play. See who's able to come away with it this time. Looks like Mary Washington will be able to do so. Oh, just temporarily, though. Good defense there. Don't think they ever saw Phillips. And the ball's out of bounds off the foot of Britton, who scored the game's only goal about 15 minutes ago. Mary Washington still leads off of her effort 1-0. Ball's thrown in. Hannah England will redirect to Beelan, who will launch downfield to Larson. Larson's not quite there. Redirected and taken over. And Mary Washington looks to push it downfield now. Still trying again. Shot is going to be just high. Bridgewater subbing out now. Anna Beelan coming out of the game. Grace Minton comes on. Ball is launched downfield. As Narby went up for it, unable to get it. Ball will be tossed in. Back to Lockhart now, looking to get something going for the Eagles offensively. Mary Washington has done a good job this half. I said earlier I'd be interested to see if any game plans changed after the opening goal. It doesn't seem like it really. Mary Washington has done a good job of staying on offense and keeping the pressure on and off Emily Orn. And they've seemed to do that pretty effectively now, definitely controlling the time of possession offensively. in the second half as they work around with it now. Bridgewater's going to look to clear, but all it takes is just one opportunity over the head of Larson on that one. Now they launch downfield. Hannah England is tracking, and she will almost come away with it. Ball will be shot back, and that ball will just go past the intended target of Laura Narby. Bridgewater back in possession now, so they've settled this possession down a little bit. Back to Lockhart now, chased by Emily Box. Ball was back in the air, redirect off the foot of Britton. That's going to be a shot on the ground and a pretty simple save for Lockhart. Ball is going to be launched in the air. Hannah England is there to collect it, and she will pass it off. Now downfield and just too far out in front of Narby, who shows some frustration on that one. 20 minutes remaining here in this matchup. Ball's back in play now. Offensively working is Mary Washington, just temporarily though. Ball will be knocked away. Anderson is going to be down there with it, calling for the ball. Both teams pointing in their favored directions, and I believe Mary Washington will be awarded the ball. Now working downfield once again is the Mary Washington offense, as we're going to get a whistle. Ball will be thrown in and tossed around. Chance here for Mary Washington. Emily Box pressuring up. Shoots, and that one will be high. Looking to go up a bonus goal was Mary Washington. Ball will be tossed up and put back into play. Chasing after it there is Dolan, and comes up and saves is Lockhart. So she's definitely not let that one goal get to her. She's had plenty of saves since, just unfortunately for her, she did let that one get right by her. Oh, good slide there by Hannah England. And this ball will be thrown in. See if Mary Washington can look to put an insurance goal up on the board now. They've certainly been applying the pressure offensively for most of this half. Tossed up Larson, and that one will go out of bounds. Pushing up his box, and that one will be not much happening on that one. Minton will look to have it now, and she will pass, and that one will be taken back over. Bridgewater will retain possession, however. Oh, shot downfield to Garza. Working downfield now. She has a step on her defender. Comes out, and Orn will come out and mishandle the ball. Oh, but jumps right back on it. Almost disaster for Emily Orn, but she makes up for her fumble and will hop back on it and settle things back down. Ball is back in play now. And, hard redirect. All right, Bridgewater here on offense. See what they can get going. 16 minutes remaining in this one, and they are in desperate need of a goal. And instantly taken away. Good defense there, and now working down the field is Mary Washington. Good pass there out in front. Bridgewater's going to need to get in position now. Lockhart is at the ready, eyes downfield. Ball still in front, Box is going to shoot, and almost snuck in there. Lockhart had to make up a lot of ground. I don't think she got to it, but that's because the ball was wide left. Score remains 1-0, approaching 15 minutes remaining in this one. Ball is up. Being fought for, bounced around a little bit. And Bridgewater will look to come away with it and see what they can do offensively. But they're not going to get the chances. That ball goes out of bounds. Got some subs now. Britton coming off, as is Box. Ball is back in play now. Lockhart will look to put this one in play. Bridgewater has not had much offense going outside of the first little bit. They had a few corners that they could have scored on maybe right after they went down 1-0. Ever since, Mary Washington has put on all sorts of pressure. Maybe that is how they changed their game plan. I'm not 100% sure, but they definitely have controlled more offensive time than they did in the first half, especially after they scored their goal. See if that was a halftime adjustment or if they adjusted after they scored the goal. Now working upfield. Lockhart's going to come out and scoop it up. Ball will be launched downfield. Decent kick. Berkeley's going to try to wrap it up. Unable to do so, but they will pass back to England. Garza's going to be down there. Comes out around Orne. Orne's out of position. They're going to look to cross. Orne still tries to come back to it and knocked out of bounds. Garza had a real opportunity there, but Orne made up for her choice to come up out of the goalie box. And we will get a corner kick opportunity for the Eagles. About 13 minutes remaining in this one. Ball is up and shot up and just missed. Came off wide. Score remains 1-0 in the closing time of this one, or that I like to call it winning time. As Orne looks to take a few steps up, we'll launch downfield, keep this one pretty low, pressured by Garza. And Bridgewater will be awarded the ball here, so I think we're going to get a sub. They're going to, looks like they're going to bring Narby back on for the final bit of this one. Also coming on for the Eagles is Olivia Ewing. Bridgewater keeps possession after the ball went out of bounds. Berkeley will launch downfield in the air. Ball's in front of the goal now. Working around, Garza's there. And I believe that one went out of bounds again, so that one could have had something going. Good defense by Mary Washington prevented that from being the case. And they will look to get a ball clear and see if they can spend the next 10 minutes on offense. They've done that at a couple times throughout this game. They would love to do it here again. Bridgewater's going to try their best to not. That ball's going to go right to Minton, who will redirect it to King. Narby's down there on the far end. She's going to work upfield with it now. Makes a couple people miss. Will rip a shot. And Narby will score from far! Oh my goodness, what a shot, Laura Narby. This one is now scored at 1-1. And they're late to the party, but Laura Narby says, I'm here at this one. 1-1 is the score. She shot that and she was pumped. Big shot, big moment, Laura Narby. Who else leads the team in shots? I said earlier if she kept shooting, she might be able to find the back of the net, and she did. Wow. Game changing for Laura Narby, and she knew it. Man, she was excited as soon as that one went in. Perfectly placed. Bridgewater will keep possession here. Score is 1-1 as we approach 11 minutes left. Laura Narby completely changed this game, and what a decision by Mike Van Horn and company to sub her back in the game. She just came out, subs back in, and instantly changes the game in one swing of a leg. Working downfield now is Mary Washington, trying to make up for the goal that they just let by. And on that shot, Emily Orton was in solid position. There was just nothing she could do. Too perfect of a ball by Laura Narby to even this one up at 1-1. Scored from way outside the goalie box on that one. Oh, good footwork by Royster there. She was tripped up. Narby will be down there with it again. Shot back up. Off the head again, and again, and again. And Berkeley's there pressuring, works around, and she will shoot this one right out of bounds. Bridgewater working again on offense now. Garza's flying down the field. See what she can do if she can get the ball, as that'll be a whistle. Ball is shot up. Oh, in good position now for Ewing, who will get a shot up on goal, and that one will go high. She had space there for a second, under 10 minutes to go in regulation now. One to one is the score. Both goals have been scored in the second half. Katie Britton scored for Mary Washington towards the start of the second half, and Laura Narby scored just a few minutes ago, and a shot from pretty far away, probably about halfway between the midfield line and the goal, to find the back of the net to make this a 1-1 ball game. Mary Washington keeping up the offensive pressure though, and they will work downfield down the sideline, and this ball will be redirected out of bounds. Ball is back in play. Mary Washington still with it. Moving towards the goal now. Redirected. Lockhart's going to come out, and she'll wrap it up. Approaching 8 minutes now in regulation. See if a team can break a tie. This one will be launched up. Harris will launch downfield. And no one able to come away with any possession yet. Now Mary Washington is able to do so. See what they have going. That's going to be too far in front of Royster. And Lockhart will scoop it up. 7.5 minutes remaining at this change of possession. Totally different energy out here by Bridgewater after that Laura Narby goal. Garza's going to be down there with it. Ball still bounced up in the air. Mary Washington back in control now. This will be Ewing with it. And working around, Smith will take control, see what she will like to do with it. She will like to launch downfield. Berkeley's there. Good position. And she will dribble it back out. Try to reset some things. She's got King to her left. Won't go that way. Will actually look to launch downfield and towards Garza. And good defense there to stop that push. Bridgewater will get a throw in here. Berkeley will throw it in. Tossed in towards the goal. Ball's out in front of the goal. Good chance here. And they're going to score! How about that? Wow! They're going to take a 2-1 lead, and all of a sudden they lead this one. Are you kidding me?
Scored by number 14,
Laura Narby again. Wow. Rise to the occasion from Narby. Now the question is, can Bridgewater hold this one out? Narby has completely taken over this game. See what they can do now. Six minutes remaining in this one. Mary Washington sideline looks deflated. They had all sorts of energy earlier. It's like a total flip of the script. They're going to get another shot here, and Lockhart's going to come out. She's played great since allowing that one goal past her, and it's proved dividends here late in this one, not letting that one get to her, and now her team leads off the efforts of the whole squad, but Laura Narby namely now working downfield again. Narby not able to do so. Orn, who has now let up the most goals she has in the season. Bridgewater has scored twice today. In their previous four, Mary Washington had only let up 2. Minton's going to have it now, looking to really put this one away. Garza's going to be down there. She's going to look to cross it towards the goal, and she will. Moving towards the goal. Are they going to get another shot? They will! What a play! That is great soccer. An onslaught of goals by Bridgewater. Absolutely incredible soccer displayed by Bridgewater and Lyric Berkeley. 3 quick goals, and they're going to take a 3-1 lead in this one. This one's going to be tough to overcome. Mary Washington cannot believe they have let this one slip away. Not over yet, though. 5 minutes, and this Mary Washington offense can sure get things back going again, but you think Bridgewater is just going to play defensive soccer now. It all started when Van Horn and his assistant coaches elected to sub Laura Narby back in the game after giving her a quick rest. She came in and scored from far, got another quick one, and Lyric Berkeley gives them a commanding 3-1 lead with less than 5 minutes remaining in this one, and they might have another chance here. Oh, Garza was just out of position. Passed off to Minton, working around a defender, and she's shoved to the ground. Free kick coming up now as we approach the 4 minutes left in the game. Crossed and in play. Not a great look there. And we're now under 4 minutes to play. Bridgewater certainly in the driver's seat now, looking to get another big season win. This time would be in the region. Comes up, good defense there. Moving downfield, that's going to be Narby again. See what she likes to do with it. Marked by a defender pretty well, and that ball will go out of bounds. Clock continues to tick down. About 3 minutes remaining in this one. Bridgewater leads by 2. As we're going to get a whistle, and the ball will go in the other direction. Mary Washington needs some goals quick. They got 3 minutes remaining, and they're down 2. They will launch downfield, but they look different than they did 10 minutes ago. They look like they have less energy. This island has less energy. Laura Narby and company have sucked the life out of Mary Washington, at least for the time being. 2.5 minutes are remaining, and that's going to be a whistle. Still working some things out down there. Clock continues to tick down. About 2 minutes remaining left in this one. Ball will be shot up. Oren is going to come out, and she will quickly get it out of any danger. And Lockhart will come and do the same thing on her end. Under 2 minutes remaining in this one. She killed some clock on that one, and we're now under 2 minutes remaining. This one looks like it's slipping away from Mary Washington. Ball will be shot up in the air, redirected a couple times. And again, now it's going to settle in on the ground. Narby's going to have it. Scored twice today, all pretty late. Less than 90 seconds remaining. Bridgewater is going to look to just run this one out, keep it on their end of the field, not allow anything crazy to happen. And that looks like what they're going to do. Approaching 60 seconds left in this one. Ball will come up, and that one will be left out of bounds. Less than a minute now. Bridgewater can taste this one. They just got to finish it off. Keep the ball in the air. Keep the pressure off of Lockhart, who's done great today, minus letting one goal slip past her, but made up for it by not letting that affect her, continuing to save goals until her squad offensively joined the party, and the party, they certainly joined. They scored 3 quick goals in a row. So this one's not over yet. Royster might have a chance at that one. Under 30 seconds now, that ball will go out of bounds, and you would think that would probably do it now. 20 seconds remaining. Lockhart will probably look to just run this one out, take her sweet time before she's going to punt it away. She will go through the formality of putting it on the ground. The crowd is going crazy. Pretty good turnout here today at Bridgewater Soccer Complex. Lockhart will launch. It won't matter. This game is over. Bridgewater wins. How about that? Laura Narby, Lyric Berkeley have led their Bridgewater Eagles to a win over the number 4 team in the region at Mary Washington. Great game there. An onslaught of goals have been scored late, and this game ends 3-1. Bridgewater will improve to 4-1 on the season. What a win, and what a gritty win. They didn't give up. They kept the pressure on even when they were losing, and really what stood out there at the end was Mary Washington had been on offense primarily for most of the second half. They got Laura Narby back in the game, and that seemed to make all the difference. Anyway, Bridgewater will move to 4-1 on the year, as will Mary Washington. Drops to 4-1. Still a great start to the season by both squads. 2 heavyweights there in the region, displaying why they are recognized regionally. Next for both squads, we have, I mentioned earlier that This was one of 7 road games for Mary Washington. They will visit Virginia Wesleyan on Saturday at 3:30 in Virginia Beach. For Bridgewater, they will take on Salisbury on Saturday at 1 p.m. here. So that will be all of the preview for both squads going in. Run through some final stats. And let's see, Bridgewater obviously got the win 3-1. Mary Washington had 17 shots at Bridgewater's 10, and that kind of points to what I was saying with they controlled most of the offensive game. They both had 7 shots on goal. Mary Washington had 1 corner compared to Bridgewater's 5. Didn't have too much success on the corners, but they still led, and that is a good category to lead in. Bridgewater also led in fouls 8-6. Bridgewater had 6 saves to 4. Good work by Lockhart there. And the individual leaders, Laura Narby led all goal scorers with 2, and in quick fashion too. Kendall Garza and Amanda Dolan both had 1 assist. Lots of players had 3 shots today. Layla Royster, Ellen Shrine, Emily Box for Mary Washington all had 3. For Bridgewater, Laura Narby and Lydia Berkeley had 3 as well. Those are the stats. As Laura Narby was able to score 2 goals in 4 minutes in that one, as they will come over and get a good reception from their fans. 2 goals in 4 minutes for Narby. Not a minute later was Berkeley able to find the back of the net once again. So that's how we get to 3-1. And that'll do it for us today. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your night. Bridgewater Field Hockey up next at 7 p.m. Have a great rest of your evening. I'm Tate Mills. Thank you.